Morning students, how are you? I am Francis sir, and today I am here with a very special topic from Moral Science of Standard 8, and the topic is the magical force. Today we will be discussing about a certain type of thing. It is not a thing, but it is actually some inner feeling or characteristic, which acts like a force, and it leads us towards the destination or the point where we want to arrive. So this magical force is motivation. What is motivation? Actually, it is an inner feeling. It can be defined as inner means what? A psychological or internal process initiated by our needs that leads to the performance of an activity. So it is, you understand that it is an inner feeling or emotion, which promotes us to do an activity which can lead us to our goal. See, nothing. Means there are so many things we think. But these things we think because we want to achieve something, we want to get something. But how do we do? How can we get that thing? We can get that thing when our thoughts become into action. So this inner thought that has to be converted into action. Otherwise, that thought will remain a dream and we won't be able to live our dreams. We won't be able to get what we want. That inner thought has to be converted into an activity, and that conversion is brought up by motivation. If we are not motivated, we won't be able to take actions. We won't be able to take actions which can lead us to what we want, or which does not, it will means we won't be able to do such type of activities which can get us what we want. Okay, so motivation is a mental quality that is present in a person since the time of birth. So this motivation is nothing that we get from outside. There are many people say that you can get motivated by looking at others. Yes, it can be, but what is that? When we look at others, the motivation inside us, that gets generated. We don't get motivation from outside. We get an example that since they were motivated, I can also be motivated to do the hard work. I can also be motivated to do the task that can lead us to a better future. Okay? So there are certain factors that motivates a person. So what are the factors that can motivate a person? The factors that can motivate a person are: the one should have the knowledge of what she should do. First of all, we should know the destination. I should know where I have to go. If I don't know where I have to go, then how will I take step towards it? So it is very necessary that I should be able to know, I should be knowing where I have to go. Second point is that amassing knowledge is useful in the development of person's personality. Means we should amass knowledge. The more and more knowledge we get regarding the goal, so that we are more confident, towards we are more confident that it can lead us to our goal in a better way. Means we are more confident towards our work because of the amount of knowledge we have. But for instance, if you want to become a pilot, and you don't know how to become a pilot, so there is no sense between the pilot and you. So if you want to become a pilot, you have to gain more and more knowledge that how to become a pilot. pilot. So that is what. But first of all, you should know that you have to become a pilot. So first, make your goal. Second, get more and more information, more and more knowledge towards it. Thirdly, acquiring knowledge is a mental process and bringing it into practice is a physical action. This motivation, not only acquiring knowledge is the end. Acquiring knowledge is not the end, but after acquiring knowledge, we need to put these into our physical actions. We need to put them into physical actions. Okay, so when we do this in a proper way, we feel happy. We feel happy to do the work. There is a person, very great personality, but I don't know whether you know or not. There is a person named Arnold Schwarzenegger. That person, he was selected 7 times Mr. Universe. That person told, and in an interview he said that, I had a clear vision of my goal, and I know that what I had to do, and I was never distressed and never unhappy because I saw my goal in front of me. Why? Because I was working hard for my dream to come true. So I was never disappointed, distressed when I was working hard. So you will be feeling happy if you work hard, if you have a dream or a goal ahead of you. And each step you take, and you know that you are getting closer towards your dream. So these are the things. So there are some of the easy ways to be motivated. So some of the easy ways to be motivated are, one should have ambition, be ambitious. Yes, ambitious means you need to have hunger, you should be hungry in order to achieve something, whatever you want, you need to be hungry. If you are hungry, people will do anything for it. There are some people, when they are hungry, they steal. Sometimes when they are hungry, they kill. You see that animals, you see lion, they go out for hunting. They kill when they are hunting. Yes, they can kill even, a living being greater than it, अपने से बड़े साइज के एनिमल को सब मार देते, they can do that because they are hungry, so then you need to have that hunger, no problems, in front of you will be too big that you cannot overcome if you are ambitious. You should have a goal. You should have a goal. Okay. Having goal is very necessary. You want to do work hard, you are motivated to do work hard, but for what? You don't know. So sometimes you are working hard for that purpose, sometimes you are working hard for this purpose. So your hard work is being distributed at different places. So what is happening that you are going to nowhere. Exactly, you are reaching nowhere because you are doing the work, but you don't know actually where to go. So you are not reaching anywhere. You are moving around about a circle, and not without reaching at any goal. So one should always have a goal. Okay. Learn from your mistakes. Yes, it is very evident that nobody is born perfect. And there is always chance of human error. We are human beings, no? Human beings, what? Any living organisms, can make mistake. So mistake is an inherent thing. You can't change it, but you can learn from it. Okay, so learning from the mistakes. So when you learn from the mistakes, the next time you make an attempt, it will make you more accurate. It will make you more accurate. Got it? And third one is positive thinking. Yes, this is, though I have written it the last, but it is one of the most important factor that can lead into you towards your success. You are given a task and you say that, and you think that, oh, it is a difficult task, perhaps I won't be able to do this. The moment you do think this way, you have set yourselves 10,000 steps backward. Means you are getting far away from the success. There is, yes, it is a practical condition that nothing that you want to get, that you want to achieve, it is never so easy. But nothing is easy. You ask a teacher, is his work easy? He says no. You ask a doctor, is that person's work easy? No. You ask a policeman, is that person's work easy? No. You ask a mother, you ask a father, you ask anybody in the whole of the world, is that person's work easy? No. But they still do that. So the problem is not that the work that we are doing or the goal that we have decided for ourselves will be easy. These are always going to be difficult, my dear, but the thing is, what do you think? It is difficult, but it is not impossible. Because the word impossible only says that I am possible. So, we need to be positive in our approach. It is that way, without getting depressed and leading a happy life, we can move towards our goal. Struggle is a part of life because no work is easy. Okay. And I will surely tell you that there are many people, so many people in the whole of world who have lived their dream because they were motivated, they were focused, and they knew what their goal was. Some of them are Abraham Lincoln, Napoleon, Martin Luther, Pele, Wright brothers, all the names and many further, Helen Keller, Mother Teresa, whatever name you may call out, Mother Mahatma Gandhi. Nobody thought, when they were a child, nobody thought their future will be such. Mahatma Gandhi, when he was a child, he had stolen, he had told lies. Everything what a common person does. And look what he had become now. He is the father of the nation. Yes? Abraham Lincoln was born from a very poor family. He had no means to study, but since he had so much desire to study, he used to write on the ground or on the walls of the houses, with that black charcoal left over after what? After, that wood is burnt or the coal is burnt, the leftover, there is charcoal left. With that he used to write. Yes, he used to read the books that were thrown away from the houses. Abraham Lincoln. You understand, never things are easy. Napoleon, he also the same. He was being a child from a poor family. Never got enough chance to be as equivalent. Means he was not treated as equal to the other rich students. But by his brilliance and hard work, he always started to top in the class. Why? Because he had a goal. He had that motivation inside him that though he is poor, he can be better than them. You see his motivation, you see his determination. Martin Luther, he also the same, he also was belonging from black race people of America. The time of which he was, at that time, slavery was quite prevalent. And slavery was there and the black people were made as slaves. So he fought for their equality. And though the things were, the whole 70% of the population was against the thought that he was thinking, and still one day America saw the freedom from slavery. Slavery is one of the worst evils that was present in the history of mankind, and that was brought about by social changes was brought about by this Martin Luther. And Pele, same. He wanted to be a great footballer, but no money for buying football, no money for good coaching, no money for buying shoes. What else? And he used to work, help his father in working in order to earn the daily living. And still you see, Pele is named as the greatest footballer of the whole of century or of the whole of times. No better footballer has been born after Pele. So you understand, all these names are not just names. All these names are there because they had the motivation towards their dream, they had the motivation towards their goal. So this is the whole thing about the whole of this chapter, understand? So motivation is truly a magical force. You believe in yourself if you want to motivate, if you want to be motivated. So I hope you got some message from this chapter. Please go through the chapter, try to understand it, and try to solve the question and answers also. Okay. So with this I come to the end of the video. Good day.